I made another game. It's free to play, and I'm even holding a contest in it, so you can win some cold hard cash. I'm talking 500. That's right, 500 big ones. But before I go over how to win that sweet 500 yen, I first want to quickly go over how I made the game. If you're one of the 5 people who watched my previous game dev series, you may remember these 2 very important things. 1. Everyone I tried to work with quit immediately upon realizing that making video games is hard work and doesn't just involve hitting the make game button. And 2, I'm a very petty person, and nothing motivates me like being slightly irritated with people. My entire last game pretty much only exists out of spite. After I made that series, 4 of my friends approached me saying they want to learn how to make games too, and wondered if I'd work with them on something. I thought it'd be great to have an audio guy or a programmer, but apparently that's the boring part. Every one of them wanted to make the pretty pictures. None of these guys knew each other, and yet within the same day they all told me they downloaded Blender and were learning to use that. It's weird they all chose the same software, unless... Top result. Yeah, that explains it. Each of the 4 then sent me a picture of an identical donut. It's strange how they all looked exactly the same. Unless... As proud as everyone was that they managed to follow a set of instructions word for word, sadly 2 of them seemed to quit learning right there. Turns out the 15 minutes they put into watching that video was just too much. The 2 that remained, however, kept their psychic twin link strong. They continued on and showed off identical wells. Honestly, they were pretty much ready to go pro at this point, but sadly we lost another one of them. This left us with one absolute god of a man, a beast capable of following 2 tutorials and not giving up on his dreams entirely. He even went on to follow a 3rd tutorial and model a low poly giraffe. Truly nothing could stop this behemoth. Except for that 3rd tutorial, which totally did. As with my previous game, 4 people approached me asking to work together, and 4 people quit almost immediately. What can I say? I guess I just have that inspiring personality. Just as I'd given up all hope, my saviour stepped forward to say they'd work on a game with me. Better yet, one of them had already done over 100 tutorials. They promptly showed me their Blender donut. It looked exactly like the others, and I knew there was no time to waste. I said, how about we spend a few days coming up with ideas, and then next weekend we'll try to make a simple game in 48 hours, Game Jam style. They loved this idea, were 100% down for it, and even named it the Friend Jam for some reason. And so we all got to work writing down our ideas. 5 days until the jam. I checked in to see how many ideas they'd came up with so far. I had 15 to choose from, and between the 2 of them, they managed to amass a massive 0. This was worrying, but luckily, they reassured me they were 100% up for the jam. 4 days until the jam. One of them suddenly remembered that the weekend is 2 days long, and said they may or may not be able to make it to Sunday, but will 100% be down to make a game on Saturday. 1 day to develop a game? Difficult. But with a team this good, anything's possible. 3 days until the jam. They were still down to work on the game, except now it wouldn't only be Sunday they would be skipping, but also Saturday too. But wait, that's the whole event. It happened again, didn't it? Well, at least I still have that one other guy. No wait, he quit too. Like that, yet again I was on my own. At this point, the only smart move would be to accept that no one's ever gonna work with me and give up. But I've never been a smart move kind of guy, so I sent them a gif of Thanos saying,
"Fine. I'll do it myself."
And then set out to make a game alone in just 2 days.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, it's jam.
Day 1 of the jam. I looked through my list of great game ideas to find the absolute best one, and then ignored it and chose the first one on the list instead. It was a simple game in which you walk around and take photographs. Seemed easy enough to make in 2 days, what could go wrong? I then spent the entire first day making the character, and didn't open the Unreal Engine at all. Day 2 of the jam. I quickly made a bunch of scenery to put in the level, and wrote all the code. You could walk, run, jump, aim, and take photos. What more could you want from a video game? An actual objective? Audio? I don't think so. The world did look like this though, and it was a game about taking photos of the scenery, so... On day 3 of the 2-day game jam, I made a whole bunch more models and gave them some texture variants to help add variety. I also got low on time, and so stole a bunch of assets from my previous game, as well as some unreleased projects. Day 4. The final day of the 2-day jam. I made a big old map and filled it with all the models I made. I then decided it was officially good enough. Sure, there's no audio, intro, options menu or end goal, but it works. And that's enough to say, ha, I did it. In your face to the 6 people who were smart enough to not waste 4 days on this. Now that I've finished ranting about how I made this mess, let's finally move on to the contest. To enter, simply download the game from the description below, extract the folder, put on a podcast or some music or something, because seriously, this thing is silent. I didn't even bother to reuse my previous game's sounds. Double click snaps.exe, I swear it's not a virus, and it should throw you right into the game. From there you can use WASD to run around, and use the mouse to take photos. You can hold shift for the precision shots. You should be able to use a controller, but I didn't test it, so who knows if it actually works or not. If you somehow get stuck, hit the 9 key and it should teleport you back. When you're done, hit escape to close the game. If everything has worked correctly, there should be a folder on your desktop with all of your photos. Once you have them, sort through to find your 3 best images. You can crop them or edit them in Photoshop if you want, feel free to get creative, and then email them to balsnaps@gmail.com. Don't send me more than 3 images, do send me any awful dad jokes you have. After some time has passed, I'll select the best photographer and make a video showing off their pictures. They will also be mailed the 500 yen coin. I found it in my pocket before recording and thought, why not, I can't spend it here anyways. So go have fun taking pictures and good luck with the contest. And to the 6 people I spent most of the video making fun of, don't worry, I'm just busting your balls. I still love you. Well, most anyways. That one guy's kind of an asshole.